Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hilmi Hikmatullah, but you can call me Hilmi. I'm from TBI2. My ID number is 2321060034. Today I will explain the different approach to research based on Jared Bell's book Doing Your Research Project, 15th edition. Particularly from chapter 1, the aim of this presentation is to help us understand how research design and carry out their studies in various ways. Introduction the topic. Before we look at the approach, let's remember that there is no single best way to conduct research. Each approach has its own strengths and weaknesses. The method we chose depends on our research question, the type of data we need, and the context of our study. In this chapter, Judith Bell highlights 7 main approaches to research. Let's go through them one by one. The first one is action research. The first approach is action research. This type of research is practically and problem solving in nature. It is often carried out by practitioners such as teacher, doctor, and manager who aim to improve their our practice. Action research typically flows quickly of planning, action, observing, and reflecting. The goal is not only to study a problem but also to bring out positive change in real practice. The second is case study. The second approach is the case study. A case study investigates one case in depth. It may involve a single person, a small group, even organization. The strength of this method lays is detail and rich insight into a specific situation like that. However, its limitation is the findings are often difficult to generalize to other contexts. The survey. The third approach is survey. Surveys involve collecting data from a relatively large sample, usually through questionnaires or structured interviews. This method is particularly useful for answering questions such as what, where, when, and how. Survey and also cost effective and time efficient. The downside, surveys are often less effective in answering why questions as they usually provide more descriptive than explanatory data. Number 4 is experimental approach. The fourth is experimental group. This method tests cause and effect relationship by comparing an experimental group with a control group. For example, research may test whether a new teaching method improves student performance compared to traditional teaching. The strength of the approach is its ability to demonstrate causally. However, experiment can be challenging in social setting and often raise essential concerns about treatment and control of participants. And then number 5, ethnography. The fifth approach is ethnography. Ethnography organizes from ethnography and influence studying people in their natural environment. Research immerse themselves in the participants' culture, in daily routines, and social interaction. This method offers deep cultural understanding and meaningful insight. However, requires a great deal of time, and the result may not always preparation large group beyond the studies community. Number 6, ground theory. Ground theory, unlike other methods, ground theory does not begin with a fixed theory. Instead, theories are developed directly from data through consistent comparison and coding. This approach is especially powerful for creating new explanation and concept. Yet, it is demanding process requires careful analysis until the research what is called theoretical saturation, the point where no new insights are found. Number 5 is narrative inquiry. The final approach is narrative inquiry. This method focuses on collecting and analyzing personal stories. It is values participant voice and highlight the human side of research. Narrative inquiry is powerful for capturing life experiences. However, because stories are very personal, it is raises essential challenges such as answering confidently, protecting participants' emotion, and handling sensitive issue with care. And the last conclusion. Okay, the conclude each of the 7 approach offers inquire stranger and faces creating limitation. There is no single best method for all research. What matters most is selecting the approach that best fits yours. Research question, objective and context. In fact, many research combine 2 or more methods to balance the advantage and reduce the weaknesses of each. Thank you very much. The last I say for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.